Let me just say this. I haven't gave up yet. I haven't just started this content journey. I've been doing this for quite a while, and I haven't reached the goals that I really wanted to reach, but I am proud of myself, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep uploading. For some reason, when you mix something in as a routine or to start a routine, you can't stop. And this is one of them. You guys, my name is Shaneria. This is Talking Crime, and on this channel we do reaction videos. If you are returning, you know how we like to do it. We like to get straight into the reaction videos, and if you are new, join the family by subscribing. Let's get started on today's story time.
I was really hoping that I would not have to get to this point of doing this to my daddy, but he's doing it to himself now. He's doing it to himself. And because he's such a pussy ass nigga, he decided that instead of getting a restraining order against me, because I'm who he really got beef with, he's gotten a restraining order against my mother. But not a restraining order that she can't be in his vicinity or that they can be around each other or not. No. The restraining order is that she can't come to the house that they used to live in together, which she hasn't been there in months, if not longer. And also that she can't come to the establishment that they still own together because their equitable distribution has not been split up yet. Their divorce is finalized, but the assets have not been split. His beef is with me. Let's break down this paperwork first so you can see it before I go in and let you know what really happened.
Sorry, but when it's family drama, you know it's gonna be messy. To come on social media and talk about your daddy? Okay, let's hear out.
To understand why he's upset with me, we gotta go back to the night of November 21st. Here's me and my sister at the game, okay? At the football games, my brother, my twin cousins, and two more boys who are our cousins now that live with us all play on the football team. They're all leaving now and going off to college this year. This is the game that my dad is mad at me about, okay? This actually starts a few months prior when my little sister went into my dad's bathroom to take a shower, because at the big house, which is what we're going to call it, his house is the big house, my mom will just be my mom's house. At the big house, there's no hot water upstairs. So my bathroom, my little sister Maddie's bathroom, and my brother TJ's bathroom, none of them have hot water. So all three of us were having to go to his room to shower every day. So Maddie goes in there one day while I'm not home. I was at my fiance's house, which is where I spent most of the time when I was staying with my dad. I was really with my man because I was not comfortable being over there. She calls and says the girl's face all over some drawers, that dirty drawers that he left on the floor. So naturally, we tell our mom, like, girl, he got a pair of drawers, like, with a girl face on them. That's serious, you know? At this point, their divorce wasn't finalized. We knew he was messing around, but, like, whatever. He always told us if he got a girlfriend and it was serious enough that he would let us know, that he would just go about everything the right way. This is what he always said, stood on it, even though we knew it was BS. So my mom asked him about it. He's like, oh, those were just a gag gift. I'm not with her anymore. I was getting dressed in my car, and they were the only drawers that I had in the car, so I just threw them on. So fast forward, we're sitting at the football game on that picture I just showed you on the night of November 21st. Me, my mom, my sister, my fiance, and one of my mom's best friends, who's also my best friend's mom. We're all sitting there together. We look up, and the girl is walking into the football game from the draws. That girl is walking into the football game, followed by our cousin. I don't claim her as my cousin no more. It's really his cousin that he could possibly be hunching on. Followed by her, and then followed by another mixed up looking girl. So we all like, oh, I knew. This is in the middle of the football game. So I'm like, Maddie, is that? And she was like, yeah. So I looked at my mom and I'm like, no way he brought that girl here. She was like, he ain't that crazy girl anyway. And like, waved us off. Maddie's like, I looked at those draws for a long time. That's that girl. And I'm like, whoa, he's crazy. Like, that's unhinged. Just pause. I got to tell you how we sit at the games. Because my parents have been going through a divorce, our game sitting situation is very weird. Me and my mom, they usually sit to the right, a little bit past midfield, center field. My TT, who is my dad's sister, and all her crew for the twins sit on the left. And my dad sits at the top of the bleachers, the very top, by himself. So the girlfriend walks in, sits down with his sister and her people, and grabs her baby, my little cousin, and is sitting there front eyes with them. So we like, no fucking way. And so that's when Miss Melissa turned around and was like, you foul as fuck to my dad. He comes barreling down the stairs from the top of the bleachers to cuss Miss Melissa out and was like, you don't even know me enough to be talking to me like that. You need to shut up. You need to shut the fuck up. Da, 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 da. She was like, what'd you say to me? She said, I said you foul as fuck. So he's like, man, whatever, fuck you. Da, 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 da. Goes back up the stairs. At this point, I'm like, oh, this is my sign to be on go mode because he's already on go mode. Let's do it. So I stand up. Maddie yanked me back down. She was like, no, Sky, don't do it. I'm like, no, we're doing it. So I get up, walk up the stairs to where he's sitting at. As I'm walking up the bleachers, he starts putting his hands out. No, we're not doing this here. We're not doing this here. Go, Sky. Get on, Sky. No, we're not doing this here. I said, oh, we're doing it here. You got her here already. It's already done. He said, we're not doing this in front of these people. I said, I don't give a fuck about none of these folks. We about to do this. Like, are you serious? I was like, you just about a bitch here, bro? Like, this what we on? This what we doing? Like, that's not only disrespectful as shit to us, that's disrespectful to your ex-wife who you already going through a divorce with because you fucked her over, not because of anything she did. And again, I have to put an emphasis on the fact that my anger is not because of what he did to my mama or anything to do with the fact it was another woman in relationship stuff. No, it's because this nigga's a liar and he had just sat in our faces and said that that girl wasn't his girlfriend and he didn't have a girlfriend. If he had a girlfriend, he would let us know. He said that to me literally a week prior. And do you want to know what was happening when he said that to me? My mom, his lawyer, her lawyer was sitting outside and had came to the house to do evaluation of all of the things that were in our house to see what the value of everything was so he could give my mom half of the value. But he thought they were just coming so she could pick what furniture she wanted to take. No. So I'm telling him, hey, they're coming to do evaluation of the worth of everything in here. He's like, no, they're not. Me, because I'm smart, I'm like, let me just help this man. So I'm literally in his room helping him clean up because he had just got back home. He had been out all night, forgot they were supposed to be there that morning. So literally he has the two lawyers and my mom sitting outside on the front porch waiting on him for 45 minutes while we cleaned his room. He locked all of his closets that had everything in them, hid all the pills that he had. And I'm putting up all of his expensive shit trying to help this dumbass nigga out because I'm like, you about to get caught up, bro. Like, this is, you got money sitting out. Like, I'm literally hiding his stuff for him and helping him clean up. And that's my mama you did wrong. So, like, there were plenty of situations where it was actively me trying to fix shit with him. And that was a big step when me sitting there trying to help you when these lawyers are sitting outside. Anyway, this got too long. Go to part 3.
I don't mean no harm or anything. I feel like she is upset because what happened between her mother and him. But also, I just feel like when sticky stuff like this, when it comes to divorce come in play, it's going to get messy. But the kids should not be involved. Like, why you as his daughter think it's okay to go up in front of him at a game, like you his parent and not he your parent, to question him about a lady when your mother and father is clearly separated. They clearly going through a divorce. Like, at least confront him outside of public, behind closed doors, at home, and say, Dad, what you was thinking when you brung that woman? Like, I just felt like that was disrespect. Like, I didn't like what happened. Not at a game. At your brother, cousin, and stuff game while they playing. You know how embarrassing that is. Your sister pulled you down because she was embarrassed. I mean, that's how I feel. What y'all think? Drop in the comment section, because, baby, this is intense.
Okay, getting into part 3 now. Back to the game. We're back in real time. Okay, I'm done flashbacking. He's not telling me. I'm like, is this your girlfriend or not? Because you done told us no, but obviously she's sitting here at this game. There's got to be your girlfriend. Is this your girlfriend or not? He's like, Scott, get on. Cool. You don't want to tell me? I'm going to go ask her myself. So I turn around, walk back down the stairs. She's still sitting with my family. I'm like, hey, are you my dad's new girlfriend? She turns and said, yes, I am. Oh. I looked at my mom and my little sister. I said, bitch, she said, yeah. Oh, shit. Because I'm not expecting this bitch about to say yeah to me. Like, how bold is that? I know your dumbass. I've been on my social media, so you know I'm the daughter. You already knew who I was when you walked in here. You came here thinking you was doing something. This hoe came in looking like Inspector Gadget, full-blown trench coat at this kid's football game. She gets up to, like, go up to where my dad is now. Because, mind you, this whole time, she never even went to greet him. So she gets up to go to where my dad is and was like, and roll her eyes and like roll her neck at me when she got up. I said, fuck you, pussy ass bitch. She goes and flicked me off and walked all the way up the stairs to where my dad was at, with her middle finger up, flicking me off. I hate a bold bitch. I hate a bold bitch. Bitch, you ain't even been here long enough for that, and you ain't gonna be here long enough for that. And God don't like ugly. But I had to get ugly this night. I did. At this point, my little sister is completely in shambles because she's like, whoa, like that's crazy of him. So she's like, I want to go home. I'm like, I want to go home too. So I tell my fiance, I'm like, let's go. He's like, let's go. So I get up, storm out of the game, walk all the way to the car. I beat them to the car because I was walking so fast out of anger. Like I'm literally crying walking out of the game because of how fucked up he got all of us. Like that's just not how you go about that situation. I don't care. Again, emphasis, I don't care that he had a girlfriend. It's just in a situation like ours, as fragile as it is, as new as it was, if that was somebody you were serious about, and if she was somebody who was serious about you, she would have said, hey, sit me down with your kids first. Something in your head should have went off to be like, let me take her to dinner with my kids first. If he would have came to us and been like, hey, I got this new girl I'm potentially taking seriously, I want y'all to meet her, took us to a nice little dinner, or had us at the house and cooked anything, and gave us the chance to talk to her one-on-one, and it not be no pop-up shit like that, it would be no beef right now. But because he didn't do that, that's how we ended up here. I walk all the way out, nobody's at the car, so I walk back into the game. I come back into the game, still don't see them. I'm like, what's going on? Where are Maddie and Ryan? They were like, they're gone. They was looking for you too. So I'm like, okay. I walk back out again, finally find my fiance. He's like, come on, let's just go. We're gonna get out of here. I'm like, yes, please, like, take me home. I said, I can't believe girl flicked me off. He said, she flicked you off? I said, yeah. He's like, oh, we're going back then. So now I'm going back in the game for a third time. We turn around, make a U-turn, go back in the game. Come back in the game. I'm like, what's up? Do I stop and talk to my mom? Like, I'm so, like, this is crazy, you know? He's like, I'm on whatever you want. So I walk up. By the time I get back in, his cousin, her friend, and my little cousin, the baby, are all sitting at the very top of the bleachers now. So I walk back into the game, see them all up there. I'm seeing red at this point. So I go back up the stairs. His cousin is holding my little cousin, and I was like, hey, can you take her back downstairs, please? Because I already know it's about to be a fiasco, you know? She's like, nah. I'm like, all right, bitch, whatever. I go look at my dad. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is going on? Like, are you serious right now? I was like, you got a girl here at this football game? Mind you, this point, it's like the second quarter. Game's still going on. He's like, Scott, we're not doing this here. We're not doing this here. I was like, it's nothing to do. I'm just trying to talk to you and figure out what's going on because I'm confused. Immediately, y'all, he grabs me like this, jacks me up by my hoodie, and starts dragging me down the stairs of the football game. I'm not exaggerating, y'all. Dragging me. I had this phone, and so my road lip gloss came off, my case fell off, and my phone shattered because it hit the bleachers and went down the stairs because of him dragging me off. And I'm like, I said, are you fucking serious? Like, we're looking dead in each other's eyes. He got me jacked up and is pulling me down the stairs. I said, are you fucking serious? You dragging me about a bitch right now? Are you serious? His eyes, y'all, he had to be high this night because it was like looking at, like he was like seeing red, like we both seeing red. But his eyes, like it was pure hatred and anger. I've never, even on my worst days of getting in trouble and him having to whoop me when I was younger, he has never looked at me with that much hatred. He has never put his hands on me like that. Him having to whoop me when I was younger literally brought tears to his eyes. So the fact that you can jack me up and drag me in a public setting about a woman is insane, y'all. That's what the fuck my beef is with him. Nothing that my mom has said to me, because my mom don't even bash that nigga. She has always said, I'm gonna let y'all see for yourself. She does nothing but speak highly of him. But you putting your hands on me about a bitch, let me know everything I need to know.
I don't think it was about a female. I think because she didn't shut up, which was really embarrassing, and she still was raw and like she the mama and not the child. Like the mama wasn't even acting as crazy, which means that the mama don't give two F's no more. Like the mama don't even really care. So for the daughter to like keep going and then get up, go up there and then leave out and come back in, that's embarrassing. You literally caused a scene, but say you really don't care that he got a girlfriend. Yes, you do. And when he told you to chill out, this is not the place, you wanted to get even more louder, which caused ratchetness, which made you look like the bad person. Like, Why you just didn't leave it alone and wait until after it was all over? Like, you wanted a scene to the point where your fiance left out and was like, no. But he was wrong too for literally telling you, let's go back. Like, he should have got your ass in that car and drove off. But okay.
I had to back up because I'm stuck more so on the fact that this nigga put his hands on me than the fact that he bought the bitch there. This is a visual. He had this. Part 4. At this point, my man is like trying to tug me back, like pulling me back. My mom is behind my dad, pulling him off of me. My aunt runs up the stairs and she's like, don't do this, guy. Don't do this here. You're going to get in trouble. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get in trouble with who? Get the fuck out of my face and take your weird ass cousin with you. Because at this point, his cousin's trying to fight me. She's talking about, you real big and bold. Now you real big and bold. Now we can take this outside. My fiance like, bitch, we are outside. Why are you trying to fight? I said, what the fuck do you even got to do with this? What the fuck are you doing here? Like, this bitch is weird. You know, like, she be on my daddy like that's her husband of 20 plus years, bitch. Like, I have never seen no shit like this. So I'm like, can't all of y'all get the fuck out of my way? Like, the hell going on? So Ryan's like, Sky, just come on. She gonna be getting our backwoods in a little while. So I'm like, no, I'm not leaving because my shit is everywhere. My dad finally let me go at this point, but I'm like, my shit is everywhere. I'm not leaving until I got all my stuff. So Ryan leans down and picking up like my phone, my lip gloss, my case off of the floor. Off the ground. And I'm like, he's like, Sky, come on, we not about to do this. At this point, the girlfriend leans up and leans around the cousin and her friend because this bitch got bodyguards. She's like, if you have something to say to me, you just need to say it to my face. I said, bitch, that's what I came up here to do, but everybody's in my fucking way. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck going on and why the fuck y'all grown ass folks thought it was a good idea to come to this high school football game and throw a relationship on us. That's not about to last because my daddy's still fucking white bitches. He's never gonna give up the white hoes. Part 5. Preface this, we are not racist, okay? I have been in multiple interracial relationships. I'm currently in one. My man is a white man, okay? Go ahead. Mind you, this girl is Indian, okay? I don't have nothing against Indian people. I literally, before my fiance, I was with an ethnic man, okay? Guys, like, I don't discriminate. My fiance goes, we not about to argue with a gas station worker, Sky. Come on. My dad heard that. It was like a delay, like a 10-second delay in his brain of him hearing it and it clicking in his head. He turns around and poked my fiance in the chest and jacked him up. So now I'm like, you gotta put your hands on my man. What the fuck going on? So now I pushed my daddy again. I said, what you not about to do is put your hands on my man. What the fuck going on? Like, this is why I tell y'all, I literally said the fuck going on 50-11 times because I was so, y'all, like, what the fuck is going on? That's what I'm like literally stuck on. I'm like, oh my God, he done put his hands on my man now. Like, this automatically escalates it because you putting your hands on me was one thing, but putting your hands on my man, who is a grown-ass man himself, is crazy as shit. So my dad was like, I heard what the fuck you said too. Watch your motherfucking mouth. You need to watch your motherfucking mouth. So now we pulling him off of Ryan. So now I'm like, all right, I see what this is. This nigga is having either roid rage or some, I don't know what the fuck he got going on, but we just gonna get the fuck, okay? So my mom was like, Sky, just go. My mom is, as he's jacking Ryan up and like jacking us up again because he's coming back for me too, my mom reached around to the girlfriend and was like, get him, like, can you get him? Because she thinking this the only bitch that he gonna listen to in this rage that he's in right now. The girl looks at my mom and says, no, you need to leave. But she at her son's football game. You the one that need to leave. You the one that's here causing this commotion. You the one that wasn't invited, bitch. The fuck is going on? So me and Ryan leave and we went and took Maddie home and then we went back home, okay? Caught up to speed now. Now let's get into the next part.
She was invited. She was invited by your dad and your cousin. Like, let's be clear. Y'all, it throws me off too that she's so angry now. She like, oh, my cousin, he could be possibly messing with my cousin too. Come on now. Stop. But this the thing too. I kind of feel like that girlfriend was wrong for even coming. She haven't met like the daughters and the kids and stuff like that yet or anything. I do feel like she was intentionally showing up to make it clear that she's around, like, I'm here, like, but I feel like that was the wrong choice. Like, why show up at the game when you haven't even met his children yet? Meet them first. Like, girl, you step it too hard. But do I still think that the daughter was out of pocket? Yeah. Like, your mother not even acting crazy. Why should you? Like, just confront your dad and tell him how you feel later.
So following this night, we all go home. I called my little brother TJ to fill him in because, of course, he was on the field, didn't know what was going on. I was so scared because he's really like my dad. I was like terrified to tell him that I had showed my butt like that. But I told him the whole story, gave him the rundown. He was like, oh no, you wasn't tripping. He got us fucked up. Cool. I'm like, as long as all the siblings on the same page, I'm cool, you know? So the next day, me and Ryan wake up. He's like, I can't believe that happened. Like, he's frazzled. And of course, I'm sure he's feeling all kind of mixed emotions because his future father-in-law just put his hands on him. Like, that's crazy. So I'm like, ugh. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm feeling bad. He done put his hands on me, so I'm sad. I'm sitting on the couch looking stupid. Like, we just going through the motions. The thing about my dad and why all of this has me so baffled is because my dad used to be a very stand-up guy. If you are native to the Charlotte community or if you've lived here before, anytime within the past like 18 years, honestly, my dad has been a pillar of our community. He literally has the key to the city. He is a community figure, entrepreneur. We used to have a nonprofit organization that helped thousands of kids. Like, he was the perfect spitting image of what you would want a man to be, like a God-fearing man, a family man, all of that. So all of this to be like a part of his downfall is just such a letdown because he was a stand-up guy. And also, this man won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award for the NFL. Do you know how good you have to be of a person? Like, he used to be a good human. He was somebody I would go to bat for. Fuck that now. My man is like, where do we go from here? Like, what do we do with this? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm frazzled. You know, and honestly, when I say that my dad was such a good guy, he was the type of guy that if he cussed in front of us to my mom, he would literally come back and apologize later. Like, if we saw them arguing, he would come back and be like, that's not how a man is supposed to treat a woman. That's not a good example. This is never how I want you to accept a man talking to you. Like, literally went and brought me a ring when the last dude I was with before my fiance, and he was like, never let a nigga treat you like that again. Let this be a reminder. The shit's diamond out. I don't even know where it's at. Like, he was that guy, bro. I miss that guy. He was a dad worth bragging about. So when he let us down with all that cheating shit before even this just this fiasco, he let down all of us, like my best friends, my cousins, all of the people who didn't have father figures that he was being a father figure for. And yeah, I feel and understand that that's a lot of pressure, but if you couldn't handle that, you could have let us know years ago instead of putting on this facade and just now showing us your true colors. Part six. So we get back to my man house and we got to figure out what the fuck going on. Our first thing is we got to get the hell out of Dodge. So I'm like, we might need to go back to Kentucky. And at first it was kind of like floating. I thought that maybe we might need to evacuate the city because obviously that was some foolishness. But he was still kind of like, eh. Now, mind you, at this time, my man was the general manager of my family's establishment. Okay, so we have a sports bar and lounge uptown Charlotte. My man is the general manager. He was the sole manager of this bar. My dad is the owner, so he got a lot of the credit for it, but I'm telling you right now, he did not do anything. This man did not even show up to staff meetings half of the time. It was my mom and Ryan leading the staff meetings, and I have pictures to show that. Ryan goes and gets on his phone to find out that my dad has blocked us on Instagram after this. No calling back to apologize for jacking me up. No calling to clarify, to talk after things have died down. No, blocked us on Instagram. So now I'm like, oh, we're dealing with a girl. Because ain't no way you went and blocked me on Instagram. Following week, Ryan just kind of began to pull back from being at the bar because obviously he felt disrespected. Not only did my dad put his hands on me, he put his hands on him, cussed us out, caused us in front of these people. And to know my man is to know he maybe says 400 words a year. He's damn near mute. He does not talk. He don't bother nobody. And the only thing he don't play about is me, okay? Like, he never played about me. And if that hasn't been apparent by this part, that man ain't never played about me. And that's how my dad used to be. But since he's not, Ryan has stepped in and taken over that role. So he's like, I'm kind of just going to fall back, kind of just let them see where the apples fall because that's too much for me. Like, that's too much on my mental health. That's too much strain on everything we got going on. And I don't know what that looks like if he comes into the bar trying to pop his shit after all of this has happened, you know, which is fair. I'm like, cool. Like, I feel you, bro. We ain't got to go in there for a while. It's cool. He still did everything he had to do. He was just doing it from home and not being in the actual bar. He was still making orders. He was still picking up and dropping off stuff. He was still making sure that new people had their uniforms, still conducting interviews, doing everything he was supposed to do as a general manager. He just was not going in there and sitting for 8 hours a day like he normally would.
I just feel like all of y'all was responsible for that whole situation at the game. I feel like that girlfriend should never showed up. I feel like the dad shouldn't have got that hype. I feel like the daughter should never have approached her dad at that game about the situation. And now she's blaming everything that happened on him instead of holding herself accountable also. Like, you did some crazy stuff too. Like, That's your dad, not your man. And if your mother didn't react like that, you shouldn't have showed your ass like that either. And that dad shouldn't have went off. But two, your fiance is not innocent. Why would he say that about that girl making a statement at the gas station? Like, why? I would get offended too. But yeah, I think all y'all was wrong.
Okay, now we catching up to speed. Now we're in December now. One day, I want to say it was a Panthers home game, and those are the busiest days at the bar because we're literally right down the street from Bank of America Stadium. So one day there was a home game. Was it a home game? Actually, it might have been an away game, but there was like a good primetime game that night. Whatever the case was, Ryan wasn't in the building, like I just said in the past video. So my dad walks in, goes to one of the bartenders, and it's like, "Where's Ryan's bitch ass at?" You already done put your hands on my man. You barely had another time to say some shit about him. Like, that's crazy as fuck. And you know all them bitches, Macy, they gonna go right back and say exactly what you said. Like, he said that knowing it was gonna get back to Ryan. He was like, "Man, fuck it. I'm just gonna manage this place myself." This is what my dad says. Cool. So, of course, the minion runs back, tells Ryan, "TD said so-and-so about you. He called you a bitch-ass nigga, da-da-da-da." So Ryan like, shit, if he say he gonna manage it himself, what the fuck I need to be around for? Which is valid, because if you gonna talk about the person that's running your establishment, make sure you got money coming in and keeping your affairs in order, because you don't know shit about shit from shit. You would think you would move with a little bit more respect about them. But no, he didn't, because his little girlfriend was disrespected, y'all. Mind you, the girlfriend had already been at the bar as well, and we found that out after, and I think that's also disrespectful as shit to have a host sitting in the bar thinking she running shit and don't. He already had another girl he was hunching on in the bar. Actually, he done had 2 or 3 girls he done messed with me in the bar before. This nigga's disrespectful, y'all. Like, you think you know disrespect, you really don't, okay? Like, so Ryan's like, okay, we're going full force on this. We getting out of Charlotte move now. He was like, "Are you still gonna work?" Because I did the social media for the bar. I had gained 15,000 followers on the Instagram for the bar. I've been running it since a little bit after it opened, and was doing pretty good, honestly. Like, to have 15,000 followers on the food page is pretty darn good. I was doing my thing, okay? After I hear that, I'm like, oh, I'm not posting no more either. I'm not about to do nothing. Because you talking crazy about my man. You don't put your hands on him, and you still running your mouth weeks later. Like, this is 2 weeks after the situation that he's coming back talking about Ryan's a bitch ass nigga. Like, that man ain't said nothing about you, ain't spoke on you, ain't brought the subject of what even happened. Like, the people in the bar probably still, till they watching this video, didn't even know what the beef was about. And so that was just a crazy thing to do, you know? So a little bit more time passes by. Ryan was still kind of dibbling and dabbling and doing stuff, like making sure they had food for the week and making sure they had liquor for the week, doing those kinds of things. But eventually he just was like, why am I still doing this? Like, he said he was gonna run it, and I'm still just been trying to keep the place afloat. And honestly, I think he did it because he just really cared about the people that worked in there and didn't want to leave them hang. They didn't do nothing. But again, how are you supposed to operate when your boss is disrespecting you? Like, you just honestly can't. It doesn't work. We ended up putting in resignations from working at the bar around the same time. Me, Ryan, and my mom all did at the same time, because like I said, he had told the bartender that he was going to be the manager. So we like, okay, let's see how that goes. So Ryan went, collected all of the stuff that he had, all of the clothes, all of the books, everything that he had, all the receipts, anything. We went and dropped it off at the bar. And while we were there, one of the bartenders was like, hey, can you send us all of the passwords to make orders and do everything we need to do? And he was like, nah, y'all manager got it. Fair enough, because if you the manager, instead of coming and asking me, can he get the password to the Instagram, my dad sends 2 of the bartenders to come and ask me for the Instagram password. First off, fuck no. Second of all, I want to deactivate that bitch, because like I said, 15,000 followers, you niggas is not about to run off on me with the work I put in. You can go start another page. And this leads us to the debunking of the restraining order that he filed against my mother. That's really his beef with me.
Now, come on now. Y'all had planned, before y'all put the 2 weeks notice in, y'all already planned to quit. But why not give them the password to order stuff for the store and stuff like that? The Instagram, now you being petty. Like, just get them the password to everything. But if not, like, just deactivate it and leave it alone. But yeah, you definitely was messy because he wasn't with your mother no more. I'm sorry.
Okay, now let's get into this restraining order that he filed against my mommy. On point 23 of the restraining order, I am introduced and I'm hereinafter referred to as Miss Davis. Let's debunk. For those who didn't know, yes, he did adopt me when I was like 2. When him and my mom got married, my mom already had me. He already had my brother Denham. They came together with a blended family. I'm sure by now that you can already tell that this last line, that my mom had to take affirmative steps to court my allegiance to alienate me from my dad, is cap. Let's get into some of the things that alienated me, besides him dragging me down the steps in public. 1, seeing his bare ass cheeks on the internet with the white girl's leg in between them, twice. And when I called him to say, hey, somebody tagged me in a picture of your bare ass on the internet, what'd he say? Report it. 2, him taking me and sitting me down at lunch and bawling his eyes out and crying, saying he missed his family, but still having several side bitches all across Charlotte. 3, telling me that he doesn't have any money and cutting off my Amex because apparently all the money was going to the new girlfriend. I found her Instagram. Guess what? She's wearing Louis Vuitton in every goddamn post. He's been parading her around the Panther Stadium. He's been parading her around the stadium in Georgia where he went to college. This man is sick in the head. That's what alienated me. Also, what alienated me, when I got engaged, he didn't find that important enough to come to. My mom, my fiance's mom, and my fiance's stepdad were all there. Where was he? I FaceTimed him. He was literally driving around Charlotte and was like, oh, sorry, couldn't make it. Probably was on the way to that bitch house. What else alienated me? When I first graduated from Vanderbilt after getting my master's in marketing, I told my dad maybe 2 or 3 months before I was moving home that I was coming home and I wanted my room back at his house. The reason I had to tell him something is because he had a little cousin who was staying with us at the time. We're going to call her Noodles. I let him know 3 months in advance that, hey, I'll be coming back home and I want my room back because it has the most space. I knew my mom's house wasn't going to have the space that I needed because I had all of my stuff from college plus stuff I left at home, and I just wanted all of my things to be back in one place. I said, hey, just want my room back. Give me a heads up so you can let Noodles know. He said, okay, I got you. Fast forward 3 months. I get home. She's still in my room. I'm like, you know what? It's a losing battle. Whatever. I'll just stay at my mom's house and keep using my closet at his house. So one day I let her know, hey, I'm coming back home. I'm going to be unpacking all of my clothes. Can you move your clothes out of my closet so I can have room to put my stuff back? 3 days go by. She never came and moved her stuff. So I moved her stuff out of my closet, put it into her portable closet that she had in my bedroom that she had rearranged. And then I texted her to let her know, hey, moved your stuff just so you know. We'll come back to her later. Moral of that story is I never got my room back, and that also alienated me. Him putting his hands on my mom in front of my sister alienated me because she had to call me while I was away at school and tell me that she saw that and was trembling, crying, and also called the police on him. Him calling my mom a gold digger, him calling my mom a bitch, him trying to say that my mom had sex with one of my past boyfriends and making that up. I think that would alienate just about anybody.
What? I'm lost for words. This is crazy.
This is part 8.24 of the restraining order. Let's debunk. Pause and read. On September 9th, my dad came to me with the Richard Mille, okay? This is what my watch looked like, okay? Very nice, very cute. Shout out to him. So sweet. Love that, okay? He walks in with this. As he's presenting me the watch, he pulls out another watch. Everybody knows that him and my mom's colors have always been black and red. Their wedding was completely black and red. My mom's dress was literally black. My dad went to Georgia, so like, it's the thing, okay? As he's presenting me my watch, he pulls out the other box and is like, hey, I got this watch for your mom too. It's a gift for her. I was like, oh, that's so nice of you. I was like, that's so sweet. And so I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's so cute. And so then I'm going back to my watch because I'm focused on mine, you know? About 2 weeks go by. My mom never gets the watch from him. So I'm like, my dad got you a watch, you ain't never get it? She's like, no. I was like, you sure? He said he got you a watch, girl. She's like, he ain't giving me no watch. I'm like, girl, when I see that watch again, I'm going to just get it and bring it to you because he said it was for you. So about 2 more weeks go by. So probably like a month later now, I see the watch sitting out in his room. It was literally sitting out in the box, sitting on his dresser with like 6 other watches. So I'm like, oh shit, this the watch he said is for my mama. Picked it up, took it to my mama. Now I have to say, for all of my life, growing up as a rich kid is a little different, okay? So talking about snatching Richard Mille's, I know. It sounds wild. But all of my life, for as long as I can remember, whenever I've seen something I liked in my mom and dad's room, I really just pick it up and roll with it, okay? Like, it's never a case where you're not going to get it back. It's never a case where you're never going to see it again. I'm not taking shit and stealing it to go sell. I'm not taking stuff to go give away. Like, I'm literally taking it from me because I'm a material girl. Y'all got all these materials. You done built a material girl. So if I see a cute material, I'm going to pick it up. Okay? He has tried to turn this whole fiasco into this, I'm a thief and he has to watch me and sticky fingers and all of this shit. Okay? No, you told me you had a watch for my mama, so I took the watch and gave it to my mama. When my mom got the watch, she texted him and was like, hey, Sky brought me this watch you got me. Thank you so much. He didn't reply because he had her blocked. So she saw him in person a week later and was like, hey, I got that watch that you got me from Sky. Thank you so much. I love it. She was wearing it. And he was like, what watch? And she was like, this Richard Mille, and showed it. And he was like, oh, I didn't tell her to give you that. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. If you want it, I'll give it back, and went to go take it off. And he was like, no, you can keep it. It's fine. It was for you. I was gonna give it to you. So shut the fuck up, talk about somebody pilfer to watch, nigga, dummy.
Is it just me, or is she too comfortable with calling him a bitch, dummy? Like, it seems like with her parents were more like her friends instead of her parents. Because the way she be talking to her dad and the way she comes at like her mother, like girl, like, what? These are not your friends. These are, see. And then she said y'all built a material girl. She said y'all built a material girl. So she's one of them girls that's like, give it here, it's mine. I don't care what you say. Like, cause it ain't your mother and father room anymore. It's your father's room, and they're going through a divorce. Why would you pick up that watch and take it to her when he haven't gave it to her yet? I'm just saying.
This one is just straight up cap. I'm not even about to spend too much time on it. To say I needed to go remove financial records, what the fuck did I need to do that for? One. Two, I'm not nobody's slave. I'm not going in there to do that. The only thing I ever did is if I saw mail that had my mom's name on it, because that was her house at one point, I picked up her mail and took it to her at her friend's house where she was staying on the fucking couch. Like, I was not just coming and taking shit. I didn't take not one thing that had his name on it. I still didn't touch anything that he had that said anything about MX on it, because at this point he's telling me he had cut all the MXs off. But I knew that nigga didn't cut off his black card because he's a liar. He's like, my cards are going off too. No, they didn't. I had no reason to steal no financial records from him. And the time when he's talking about I broke into his room, I had a locksmith come so I could wash my ass because there was no hot water upstairs. This is the locksmith. Also, still very crazy that he had that up. It's taken down now, though. And this is me in the shower. I had no reason to come in there trying to take nothing, bro. You can literally look at the timestamps and the date. What did I need to come in there and steal financial records for? What did you have my mama's mail for, withholding it from her? Let's get into that.
Girl, come on. You hired a locksmith to unlock your daddy room after you done took a watch and took it to his mama? That's not cap. Y'all, some of these receipts and videos is literally like confirming what he really was saying. Like, confirming, like, it's true. Like, I just feel like this incriminating them, like her. Girl, why is you doing this? Really? You said it because he got another girlfriend. Why are you really doing this? And it's scary to adopt a child that's not biologically yours, but treat her or him, regardless of who it is, like they really yours, and then get this later is crazy work. I'm just saying.
My mom has been very adamant that I don't get on here and do a story time, okay? But I don't care nothing about that. So before it can even try to backfire on her, she said no. This is a message from her so you can see she's really not in cahoots with me. But honestly, this shit need to be said, because I don't know why we steady coddling this grown-ass man. He is sucky. I'm almost done with debunking the restraining order, but it's just my brain reading this. I can't allow him to get away with it. I'm pissed that a judge read this foolishness and agreed with it. The only thing that might throw you off is that my mom's shot is attached at the bottom, but that's it. And honestly, that's all alleged. But if she did do what they trying to say she did,
please stop pretending like your mother is innocent in all this. Yes, it was wrong for your dad to cheat on her. Yes, it was okay. It was good that she left and didn't accept it anymore. But I doubt that she had no idea. If you're going into details about stuff, I doubt that your mother had no idea, no clue at all that your father was messing around with other women. I guarantee you she had some type of idea, or something was strange, or he was moving weird, and she been questioning all of this stuff. Like, your mother is not innocent, and you show lots of text messages that when you show your proof of things that your father done or said, but in your mother's text message, it's like you blocking out all other conversations and only showing one and got it big so everybody can see. Like, say your mother didn't tell you any of this at all, and you just magically can go into details about a lot of stuff. I'm just saying.
Part 11. When do I cut this off for tonight? I don't know. Y'all still up? What's today? Thursday? Y'all still up? I'll go for about 3 more parts and then we'll pick up tomorrow. This cracks me up because as I cyber stalked him, first of all, he's had me blocked for like 2 months. How was I cyber stalking him? I don't give a fuck. What he's doing. I really don't. The only thing I give a fuck about is when you spending money on these hoes and telling my siblings that you don't have no money. That's the only thing that pissed me off. But I don't need shit from you no more. So, and saying that my mom was disparaging by saying she was gonna help from afar, but the disrespect isn't rough. Next one. This one is about my fiance saying that he was in alignment with me and my mom, like we just had this plan or something. No, all of us individually said on our own merit that we were done with this shit because he was showing his ass. This was not nothing we sat and discussed. There was no round table. There was no I'm gonna quit so you should quit. No, even between me and my fiance, he was like, I'm done, let me know what you're doing. And I was like, I'm done. Then they talking about master codes. There is no master codes for this bar. Everybody has their own account through Toast. And there are 3 accounts, I think, for the U.S. food. So order the food. My dad has an account. So there's no master codes or passwords. This, again, she's literally doing what she's supposed to do. I don't even understand how this made it to the paperwork. And again, there are no master codes. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm so genuinely honest that I don't know what they're talking about. This one, I know exactly what they're talking about, and I got receipts. So before any of this drama even started, there's a girl at the bar who has an attitude that's a little iffy. But she's a good-ass worker. Like, I will never discredit that girl. She works, okay? She clocks in and doesn't clock out, okay? So, my dad had beef with her because of her attitude, but I think they secretly had something going on. I don't really know. And I didn't really care. We had a little bit of a patch that happened with her because we thought she was acting weird with my dad, but, like, whatever. He was fucking pretty much anybody that was going at that bar. So, honestly, if they did, they did. If not, whatever. But his girlfriend came in there a few times and saw her and maybe even knew that they talked or texted or something. I don't know. But she had beef with the girl. And this is what led to my dad saying that he didn't want this girl to be a manager at the bar. But when the girl went and asked him, hey, you said you didn't want me to be a manager, he lied. But not with me. I sent screenshots. So I sent the girl the screenshots of my dad saying he did not want her to be a manager. And here they are. Literally. Did he make her a manager? She has been a shift lead for like a month because she works alone on a day shift. So she's not a manager? No. Okay, cool. So who's reporting back and pissed? You got to stop doing that and not giving names. He said, everyone reports back to me. I just said, okay, because shut the fuck up. He said, why would I do that? That doesn't matter. You know I'm not making it up. And no, I don't know that because you're a lying ass nigga. And she's still up there working in cahoots with him. So, child, good luck to you. Just like I told y'all in that group chat before I left. Because that's dumb as fuck. That nigga don't fuck with you. Anyway, next.
First it was the cousin. Now it was just a whole bunch of girls. Then it was a whole bunch of girls that came into the bar. Then it turned around to an employee. Like, allegedly. Unless you got receipts. And remember what I said about the screenshots of the text messages and stuff, far as how she got a whole text message thread of things her dad said. But when it came to her mother, she only showed one detail to say that her mother haven't been telling her anything and ain't in cahoots. Her mother don't want her to really do this. If your mother don't want you to do this, why are you doing it? Because she don't want you to do it because she over it, and you embarrassing not only her, the kids, your siblings, his biological children. They may make it seem like they okay with what you're doing, but they're really not. It's still their father, just like it's yours, because he adopted you and raised you. Lord, she is very hurt. She need to go to therapy. She is hurt and angry at the same time.
I'm excited for this one. Because it was a fake page on here about 30 minutes ago talking that talk that I don't have receipts. Welcome to part 12. This one talks about how a dispute arose between me and my dad regarding my harassing behaviors. let's get into that. Only thing he could be talking about is the message I sent to his girlfriend where I called him a bum, and that's the reason he's not talking to me. But here's what I said. So here's what I said to her, essentially giving this bitch a warning, okay? Y'all can pause to read for yourself. This is the rest of my message, and that was that. Like, I was just giving you free game, sister. This nigga sucks. Her response, you're only getting acknowledgement because I love and respect your father and know how he feels about his kids. He hates me. It is bold of you to message me after the disrespect you showed not only me. Bitch, who said I owed you respect? Importantly, your father last night. Did you not see that nigga drag me, sis? The only thing she aimed me with is you lost all credibility with the way you carried yourself. Because I'm not even that kind of girl, y'all. I'm not with the rah-rah. I literally grew up in Weddington, North Carolina. I'm as suburban as it gets. Like, I can get down with the word of mouth, but like, I'm not on that hood rat shit. I'm not. I'm sorry. So for her to be able to say that is the only thing that I was like, ugh, I wish I didn't. But I also wish, because she already was looking at me like that, I just would have took her hair and went and pulled her back down the stairs. But Kelly already got a pending charge, so we weren't gonna do all that. Proceed on to the next clip so you can see this dispute that he must not know I had on camera. See y'all in part 13.
So I can talk to you.
Exactly. So act like a grown child then.
Daddy, you have already cut me off.
Hear that?
You have already cut me off.
I don't want to hear that.
That you cut me off because it's a
I
fact.
don't want to hear that.
It's a fact.
You disrespectful as fuck.
You are too. I literally
I'm
told you.
grown.
I told
I'm
you I
grown.
don't care if you had a girlfriend. But how you feel about it is not how you
I can go about how I want to go about it. What are you talking about? I don't owe that to you. You are my daughter. What are you talking about?
You don't owe that.
I don't have to answer to you. What kind of word do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
I said if you.
Are you crazy?
I said I don't care if you had a girlfriend.
It doesn't matter if you care or not. You are grown. What are you talking about?
It
Do
doesn't
you
matter
not
if I
get
care.
that? No, it don't matter.
You hear how crazy you sound?
Yes, I can move on with my life. Girl, please.
I told you I didn't care if you had to close that door in my face.
This is weird. I'm sorry. This is weird. She argued with her daddy about him having a girlfriend and moving on. This is weird. You are the child, even though you are a grown adult now. Like, act accordingly like a grown adult. Talk to him like sense. But at the end of the day, it's weird to me because her mother is not even making this much of a noise. What? This is crazy. She's entitled. And now that she feel like he cut her off from the money and all this stuff, like, this is why she's doing this. She's doing this because she no longer really have access really to the money in the home. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you on your mother's side, just say that and go stay with your mother. Like, he messed his family up by this. This divorce messed the family up. The cheating, ooh. Divorce is messy.
All right, that's all I got for tonight, honey. I'm about to go take this makeup off, say my prayers, and go to bed. Everybody's been messaging me like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this and all of that, and I appreciate that. I really do. But I gotta let y'all know I'm okay. My mom is strong as shit, and she has been holding us up. And honestly, I still feel bad for my dad through all of this because I know that this is not him. I know that football probably has a lot to do with it. I know that pills probably have a lot to do with it. I know that him just fighting so many demons has a lot to do with it, but it's just so sad that he's taking out on the people that love him the most, you know? And honestly, I ain't got nothing else for him at this point. He definitely feel the same way about me, and even more so after these videos, but I don't really care. I've been over it. I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna address it. And I love y'all. Thanks for the support. Good night. I will add that I feel a little better. I might leave you alone, TD. Good night. Morning. Also, I had to come on here and start with saying that I am so sorry for cussing. I honestly am. A lot of people have been like, oh my God, I didn't know you cussed like that, or I didn't know you cussed that good. Baby, I've been cussing like a sailor since 3rd grade. I don't got whoopings by cussing. Like, it's a whole thing. But that doesn't make it okay. Jesus does know my heart, though. We've talked about it. I'm working on it. So just bear with me. In the next set of videos, I'm going to try and pull back a little bit. Number one thing that made me realize this is my grandma called me yesterday and these videos made it to her, but she's with all the rah-rah shit, so she didn't even care. I'm just like, oh, okay, grandma, I can pull it back at least a half a level. That's my disclaimer. But that man ain't shut up. He still ain't shut up. I would think after all these videos is out, you would shut the fuck up, but you didn't. So I'm gonna keep going. And I don't think that it's being disrespectful. He keeps saying it's being disrespectful. I'm just reacting to disrespect that I was showed. And I think that is much so warranted. And for some reason, he still thinks somebody's scared of him. They never gave that over here, babe. My handy dandy notebook. We got to start yesterday because he threatened to have me arrested to my siblings. For some reason, he thinks that this restraining order that he got on my mom is extended to me. It says nothing being extended to me. It does say that her and her agents, but I'm not working on her behalf. Everything I'm doing is on my own merit. So this is me repeating that. My mama has not directed me to say anything. All of these thoughts and opinions are my own. And I don't need her to influence my thinking. I can very much think for myself. You remember you paid for those 2 degrees? Yeah, I'm using my brain. Brain still abuse suck. And everybody needs to know. I don't think it's fair that you just get to parade around the city strutting like you're Naomi Campbell, knowing that you're a sucky ass human being. Not just kind of bad, not just no, you suck. Like bad. My thing has consistently been that he's scary as shit, okay? We know this. But it's further being proved by the fact that he's just assuming that I'm going to interpret this restraining order that was sent to my mom and not to me as the restraining order applying to me. So yesterday, TJ's leaving to go to college literally tomorrow. My mom is already headed to South Bend. TJ was like, can you come help me pack all my stuff? So of course, that's what I'm gonna do. This is my first sibling to like leave and go to school because Denham went to college, but he just was here in Charlottesville, so he didn't go far. We didn't have to do too much packing and all that. TJ's going far. I have a lot of stuff to take, and it's a whole different ecosystem with the weather up there. Like, it's currently snowing, and down here it was 70 degrees today. He has to pack accordingly. So of course, I told my brother I'm gonna help him pack. And he let my dad know that that was the plan. He literally told him, Sky's gonna come over here. We went, what was yesterday? Today's Saturday, yesterday was Friday. So Thursday, he let my dad know, hey, Sky's gonna come over here to help me pack. And my dad did not oblige. But now looking back, I'm thinking he thought he was setting somebody up, like, I don't know. But either way, he called the next day and was like, y'all didn't see that disrespectful ass shit she posted? Because his agents are sending the videos. I hope y'all sending the links in order. Anyway, tells TJ that I'm not allowed at his house and that if I am on the property at all, he will be calling the sheriff's office to get me arrested. TJ said, well, are you going to come help me pack all my stuff up then? Mind you, at this point, I had been there. We had already packed everything, gone through his closet, made a giveaway pile. Like, the work is being done. You're not even at home, like you never are. You bitching in the morning for what, you know? He's gonna get me arrested if I come back. And mind you, I still have a whole room at his house, okay? This is not just like I'm just going over there to try and piss him off. No, I have a full room. The second biggest room in the house after his, full of shit still. Walk-in closet full of stuff still. So until all of my stuff is out of that house, that's still considered one of my homes. What's on my IRS documents, that's what the government know where to contact me at. That is my main residence. So I don't care nothing about you with these jump scares thinking you running something, talk about you go call the police on me. And also, while we on the subject of police, why the fuck is this nigga so federal? I have never in all my days met a black ass man that his first instinct, especially when dealing with his family, is to run to the police. He was literally at the sheriff's office yesterday to run to the police, to go making restraining orders against my mom, your ex-wife, who you did wrong, but she's the villain here for some reason, and you're the victim. That shit just is mind-boggling, y'all. Like, I don't know. But to tell my siblings that you're gonna send me to jail for being at your house to help, I hope y'all picking up that this is saying so much more about him than I ever could say in words. Like, his act, he's so pussy. The thing is, if your beef was really with me, if you really was that beefed out with me, go get the restraining order on me. My mama has not done nothing to this man. I haven't done nothing to this man. Why are we here? You know I'm the queen of receipts. But look, the last date I talked to him through text, Monday, December 1st, he didn't even reply. I texted and said, am I blocked? Call me if not. This was me reaching out to him to try and get a conversation had. So we just weren't leaving the relationship up in the air because obviously I know you suck, nigga, and I'm owning you. So do you want to talk about it or not? And that's that video that y'all saw. He never replied. I just popped up at the house. He ended up cussing me out, slamming the door in my face. He turned my phone off on Christmas Eve. So if a lot of y'all have been finding that video where I was like, one monkey don't stop no show about my phone. He turned my phone off on Christmas Eve. Mind you, did not say anything to me on Christmas. Only texted TJ and Maddie in a group chat, told them Merry Christmas and that he hoped that one day that they will be able to forgive him and heal and see him for who he is again. Some bullshit. They see so through that Hold on. I said I was done cussing. I said I was done, so I was gonna pull back. Didn't even see him on Christmas, okay? So I'm literally sitting over at my house. Because again, in the middle of all of this, I still miss my dad. I'm sitting over here at my mama's house sad all day, looking crazy because my siblings went over there. I even had this man a gift and a whole letter written up. But I was like, it's no point in wasting it because I'm dealing with the man-child. Like, why would I sit and even... Didn't say anything to me on Christmas. December 26th come around. I didn't say anything about him. There was nothing happened between Christmas and him turning my phone off. I didn't have any warning. He didn't even mention it to my siblings. I'm literally sitting in the kitchen cooking and went to go call one of my friends who was supposed to be coming over to eat with us. And my phone is off. Literally says SOS. And then this dumbass forgets that I'm on his Verizon. So I get the emails. So I'm getting an email that's like, finish your disconnection request. Like... I guess he thought that was going to stop me from doing the story time. Baby, that added more fuel to the fire. Did you want to piss me off? I have not bothered him. But I'm living in his mind rent free. And so is my mom. And she can't get on here and say nothing because the restraining order is in effect against her. But baby, she don't have to say nothing because I know he got her fucked up. This lady is moved on. She is not worried about nothing he got going on. Give her things. Like, this could all be so simple and he's making it so much more complicated than it has to be. You also know how I know he's scared? He went and got another lawyer. He thought that bringing in another lawyer was going to scare my mama. Baby, the humble don't stumble. What does she have to be scared for? You the one that's over there scared. But anyway, this is me. I'm reporting live from my new phone. I'm back with Nate.
Why wouldn't he protect himself? Family or not? Like, you basically tarnishing his name, saying all this alleged stuff that done happened. Yeah, he's trying to protect himself in case anything escalates. He got paperwork. He got a paper trail. I'm just saying. Because it seemed like you're really angry and your mother is just over it all. And all you doing is just keep bringing it up on social media.
Here is something that I do have to go back and clarify, though, because I was so confused reading the restraining order. Like, what is he talking about? Financial documents. I'm sitting outside. I came to the house to come pick up Victoria, my dog, to take her to get a bath. Get to the house, walk into the garage, and there's a shelf right as you walk into the garage. I'm going to insert the clip so y'all can see the exact day and time I found them. I'll come back and give y'all a full story time soon. But why my dumbass daddy left receipts from Louis Vuitton in the garage where he been buying bitches clothes, but telling us he ain't got no money? As I'm walking into the garage, I see a Louis Vuitton envelope with the receipt in it sitting on the shelf. Literally sitting right out, like it's not hidden. He probably just got out his car and just had it in his hand and set it down. I don't know what his thought process was, but I picked it up. And that's when I see he bought a bitch a $10,000 outfit, the skirt and the matching top, and a pair of boots and a pair of shoes. So I was like, So that is what he's talking about with documents. That wasn't stealing nothing. My mama didn't send me over there to do that. My mama hasn't sent me to do nothing. That's what he keep forgetting, that I'm grown. I'm not 11. I'm not out here being... You piss me off. And I have my own mind to realize that. And I'm going to let you know every chance I get how flawed you are. Because you have so many people praising you and enabling you and coddling you. Lost in the sauce. And another thing, everybody texting me talking about how sad it is. It was sad, like in the beginning. It was sad to have like this image of him that we had built be torn down. All of those things were sad. But what's not sad is the current state of things, like at all. He's out here self-destructing. He's on the path of messing up all of his steps with his children. Dylan barely talks to him. I don't talk to him. Maddie barely talks to him. And don't get me started on his stuff with Maddie, because he loved to pop his shit about Maddie and talk about how spoiled she is and all of that. But first of all, you raised us, okay? You knew what you were doing. He literally said from the time that we were young that he wanted us to have everything that he did, and did that. He accomplished that. I'll never take that away from him. But don't get to just throw money at us for years, literally 20 years. And then when we start noticing there's a difference in what you've been doing, and money is how you show up. That's not to say that That's not to say at all that that's all we want you for or need you for. That's how you have showed up to us. That's how you have presented yourself to us. So you don't get to get upset now that we older and that's still all you got to offer and you ain't doing that. So of course we're going to call you out on the BS. Why wouldn't we? Let's see what else I had in my notes. Go on to the next part because I need to get into some things about how he been acting with Maddie.
Lord, Maddie, stop telling your sister stuff. Stop telling her how you feel about this situation, because she's going to continue to put all of this on social media for your dad to see, and now he just feel like everybody is against him and everybody is on the mama side. Like, just, Maddie, stop telling your sister stuff, because I don't care how mad she is at him. Like, girl, just only say how you feel. Stop like putting everybody in it and keep mentioning what people telling you who sent. Like, no, this is tragic. This is tragic. She's very hurt and she definitely need counseling. I'm sorry. Basically what she's saying is, y'all gave us what we wanted. Y'all always threw money in our face, so keep giving it to us. If not, it's gonna get messy. Basically, I'm just saying, what y'all think?
Like I said again, this is a little different, and I don't want to come off as just a rich kid who's complaining, okay? Like, for my first car, I got a Range Rover, okay? I got a Range Rover Evoque. It was a used car, but they tricked it out. For my brother TJ's first car, he had a Hellcat. They actually bought it a year in advance and then tricked it out for his birthday because that was right before Hellcats were going out of being in production. Other brother Denham don't really count because he's so low maintenance. Like, he don't care about the hooting and hollering. He stays out the way. He didn't even care to be driving like that for real. When Maddie's party comes around and it's time to pick out her car, we're trying to figure out, like, oh, what car you getting, Maddie? I'm thinking because all this BS going on, he gonna do his big one, okay? My mom is over $100,000 in on paying for my sister's Sweet 16, but that's how we do parties. I'm gonna put clips. Okay, niece was there, Zeddy Will was there. Like, we do parties up, okay? My mom did all of this on her own. She did it, all of the planning in cahoots with the event coordinator that she worked with. I think he paid maybe one bill that was $7,000, and he has literally refused to pay anything else. A bum. I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's not doing it up on paying for the party because he about to come with a crazy car. Like, that's the only thought process that makes sense. And honestly, Ryan is the one who said that, which is crazy because he's still trying to find silver lining with this nigga for whatever reason. But he's like, cut us some slack. Maybe he's coming with a super crazy car. Why did we walk outside and he had a gray Jeep sitting for Maddie, not tricked out? He had literally bought it that day. And the crazy part is Maddie would have literally been grateful for anything, but also anybody that knows her knows that she said, I will take anything and I will be grateful for anything. I just don't want a Jeep. And that just shows, like, you're not even tuned into your own kids, bro. But no thought or nothing put into it. And that's what she walked outside to. And she's grateful. This is not me complaining on Maddie's behalf. This is me complaining because you found a shortcut. And you cheap as shit. Because he played in her face. Bad. I didn't even think that she was expecting much more than him going 50-50 with her. Like, that was the bare minimum. She's thinking he's gonna go 50-50 with her. He didn't even do that. So the party planner, I didn't approve anything, so I'm not paying for anything. Since when have you ever approved anything for a Sweet 16? So everybody that was supposed to him, like, giving him credit and stuff, that nigga did not do nothing. That was all my mama. But anyway, it's Maddie's birthday. I'm about to take her to her birthday dinner, and we'll resume this later. Add to the mix, while I'm already on the topic of how sorry he is, came to dinner for tonight for Maddie's birthday. Mind you, didn't pay for anything for her party already. Told her he was not paying for her birthday dinner. Again, this might be a rich kid complaint, but it's like, that's just such a given, bro. You got all these kids coming out to celebrate your daughter. You're not here. And you can't even pay for her dinner because I'm sitting there, because I'm chaperoning. Who else was going to bring her? Who else is going to do that? That's even with me paying for myself. He's ridiculous. I had to come back and reply to this because I did leave out of the story that I was besties with my school resource officer when I was in high school. So he's still there and, like, running the boys' school now. And the night when all of that happened, when the girlfriend came to the football game, literally all of the admin were at the bottom of the stairs because we had caused such a commotion. So, like, the vice principal was right there, 3 or 4 resource officers, and then the resource officer I know was coming off the field. So as I'm coming back down the bleachers when I was leaving, they was like, what's going on? What's going on? I said, oh, nothing. My dad just brought his bitch here. Sorry, no more commotion will be caused, and walked out. Then I passed the deputy that was there when I was in school, and he was like, Sky, what's going on? And I said, nothing, deputy blank. I was like, my daddy just brought his bitch here, and he got me fucked up, but I'm about to go. And he was like, all right, like that. Then I told the lady at the front door when I left, I said, don't let me back in here. She said, okay. I did see that he was at the Panthers game and at the tailgates and stuff, and that's why they lost. He was sending me messages. Oh, speaking of people sending me messages, what the fuck? Hold up. I'm sitting out of my black-owned business today. I go to my DM request. Why somebody send me this what this man posted today? Hold up. Ain't nobody more mad than one monkey that didn't stop no show. Some will get it and some won't. Just know the show must and will go on. This nigga think he's Wendy Williams. This nigga think he RuPaul. He think he RuPaul. What show? What show? Another restraining order? Like, what show? He's a girl, y'all. He's a girl. And any of you niggas that's still his associates and fucking with him, and you sitting watching these videos and you know what all the shit he done did, and I know most of y'all done talked to my mama and I got even more tea than this, girl too. I think y'all all bumping pussies. The girl that sent this though cracked me up. Hold on. Monkey, who the fuck you talking about? All the question marks. Them question marks is all these question marks has literally been my life for the past 3 years, y'all.
Jesus. I gotta say something because I didn't address this. She said that her dad's supposed to love and protect her. She was still using his cards that he gave her, cell phone, all of this stuff. Like, you are a grown adult now. You don't need to live with your parents at all. You don't at all. Your you have a fiance now. He's supposed to protect you and make sure you're safe now, right? He's supposed to at least help you do something. Like, you're about to get married. This is not a boyfriend. This is a fiance. And you mean to tell me you're mad because you can't get back into your room at your dad's house? You staying with your mother, so okay. I'm just lost. Like, maybe she thought that her dad was gonna take care of forever. I don't know. But you have a fiance now. Y'all have to create a life together. Yeah.
He was in my last video of the night, will be dedicated to the cousin, because as I've mentioned in my previous videos, you really can't tell this story without getting into her, because that's a weird ass hoe. My dad's cousin, she's on his side of the family, and honestly, growing up, that was my ex-bone coon. She is 6 years older than me, 7 or 8 years older than me, and Lily had no beef. The only thing is, always growing up, everybody around would always think that their relationship was so weird, because it is. But every single time I brought it to his attention when I was younger, or brought it to my mom's attention, they just kind of dismissed me like, oh, her dad passed away when she was young, so dad's like her dad, don't really pay it any attention, like it's nothing there. But it was weird. She calls him Fave. Like, it's weird, y'all. I can't even begin to try to explain how weird it is. Like, he'll be in the shower, she'll sit outside the shower waiting on him. When I just moved out and my mom moved out and she had to leave my room, she was staying in his bed. But let me back up. When I was at Vanderbilt getting my master's in marketing, I came home one weekend, maybe like 3 or 4 months before I graduated. While I was there, I had been in therapy while I was living in Nashville, and my dad and my cousin's relationship had kind of been like come up as a point, because I knew that it was going to be weird if I just came home trying to like walk in, barge in, and reclaim the space that was mine. But I didn't want to go about that. I'm not a confrontational person in that aspect, and I felt like because my dad was the one who told her she could come stay there, he needed to be the one to tell her like, hey, Scott's coming back, you need to get out her room. The plan was, when she moved in with us, she moved down here from Philly, that she was coming to stay there until she saved up enough money to go get her own place and establish herself in Charlotte. By this point, she had been working in Charlotte for a year. I don't know where the money was going, and I don't know why she was still there. But the problem was, and is, within my family, is that we don't have boundaries. So when people come around, we look out for everybody, especially like people that are family. I'm saying this is my immediate family's issue, but people that are in like the greater family circle can kind of just walk all over us and get whatever they want. And that's kind of what led to, I think, a part of my parents' downfall as well, because I feel like when you put everybody else's needs before your own, you're not taking no time for yourself, and it just gets lost in the shuffle. So because there was no boundaries, when they told her she could come stay at our house, they never told her like, hey, what's the end date? Like, what's your plan for 3 months? Are you going to be here for 2 years. Like, what does that look like? There was never any start and end date set on it. So when I came home, I told my dad, I had talked to my therapist about it. I said, hey, I told my therapist, like, I don't know how to approach this, but I don't want it to be weird. I don't want any flock. Like, I just want her to get out. And again, at this point, there was no beef. Like, there was no beef at all. And the one thing that I will say in looking back is that I absolutely could have said, hey, I'm coming home, and just went to her. But in my head, I felt like that was something my dad needed to do. So I told my dad, like, hey, just let me, make sure I'm coming home. And I think my lease was up in July. So I was like, I'll be home in July. So it might have been that made this happen. I was like, I'll be home in July. I want my room back when I get back. He's like, cool, you'll always have a room here. Like, that's no problem. Fast forward, July comes. He came and picked me up from Nashville. We filled up a U-Haul. He drove the U-Haul back to Charlotte. When we got back to Charlotte, I immediately got the flu. So all of my stuff sat on the U-Haul for literally like probably a week at his house because I had the flu and I stayed at my mom's house to quarantine and be away from everybody. So by the time I was like back up, ready to, get going, start unpacking, get my life together, I reached out to him again. Like, hey, I'm coming back over there. I want my room back. Let me get to the story. Either way, he didn't give me my room. Okay. I was like, actually, I'm not mad at the room at my mom's house. It was just significantly smaller than my room at the big house. So I knew I was not going to have enough space and storage for all of the stuff that I had. Because I had all of the stuff from me being in school in Kentucky. I had stuff out of a storage unit in Kentucky. And then I had all of my stuff from a full-blown apartment in Nashville. All of my shoes, if you know me, I'm a sneakerhead. I got hundreds and hundreds of pairs of shoes. Like, it just was not going to work. There was not room at my mom's house. So I'm like, bump it. I am not going to drag it on trying to get my room back to stay there, because he literally told me when I called and asked him about my room, he said, you have to make a choice. You either going to stay at my house 100% of the time, or you're going to stay at your mom's house 100% of the time. There's no 50-50. We're not splitting it. That was not what he had told me before. He told me I would always have a room at his house and that would always be my home. So this is the first time that I'm noticing the tone change, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Okay. While I'm editing this, I did have to come and add that we ended up having a blowout argument about him not giving my room back. He came to my mom's house and we argued about it in her living room, and he got up and stormed out because I told him that he lets anybody have precedence over us and we're not important to him. We are not a priority. And he's like, nobody will ever be more important than my kids, and then has proceeded to show us that everyone is more important than his kids for the. So I settled on, I'll just have my closet. Like, she can keep the room. Once I got there, I realized she had moved so much. It didn't even feel like my space anymore. She had put LED lights on my headboard. It was very ugly. She had bought in all her portable, like, pop-up closets and plastic drawers and shit. Like, it was a mess. Not the vibe. Had rearranged furniture. Like, I didn't even want the room back at this point. I might bump it. I just want my closet space. So I went over there, started unpacking some stuff, and realized that she had some stuff in my closet hanging up. And I was like, dang, I need this space. So I texted her and I said, hey, this is on October 9th of 2024. This is when we officially were no longer cool, I guess. Mind you, this used to literally be like a sibling, because she was so close to my dad, she automatically got priority access to everything. So when we was doing family trips, when it was just the siblings of my mom and dad, she was there. When we do an annual trip for my sister's birthday every year, she was there, like, getting her stuff paid for. We went to the Super Bowl. She at the Super Bowl with us, like this, like she was everywhere. She was in the mix. Like, we was like this. We went to Vegas by herself, like with 25 cents in a dream one summer. Like, this was my girl. Okay, I need y'all to understand, this was my girl. And people always told me, that bitch weird, you need to watch out for her. She wants your space. She really want to be you. And she do have this weird thing in her head where she like halfway want to be the daughter, halfway want to be the wife. And I don't know if she want to be the daughter, she want to fuck him. I really don't. This got long as crap, so I guess it's not the last video. Go to the next part.
Jesus.
Hold on. Anyway, let me get back on track. I texted her and I said, hey, I'm back over at the room. That was me being nice already. I should have said my room established my dominance, but I didn't. The messages. I'm back over at the room and was back in the mood to make some moves. So I put your things in your zip-up closet in the room. She replied 3 hours later and said, is it really necessary for you to have to move it now? Mind you, I had already asked her a week prior to move her stuff. Have that here too. One favor, I need that closet space back. I got more stuff than I thought. Is that John stuff on the bottom rack in there too, or is it all yours? She said, it's all mine, the road to the right. I asked you already to move your stuff. When I came back and it wasn't moved, I was unpacking. I'm gonna move your stuff. So I took the clothes that was in the closet and put them in her little pop-up closet that she had. She said the zip-up does not hold much and is on the verge of falling. I have ordered a new rack and waiting for it to come, hence why I was only able to move all the jeans. Will you be moving back into the house soon? Who you feeling like? Will you be moving back to the house? Oh, bitch, that's my daddy's house. The fuck? Just as I said, and her closet had collapsed. That ain't got nothing to do with me though. I'm sorry, sister. It didn't look like that when I left. Never would I ever have left the house and it looked like that. When I moved her stuff, it did not collapse. Like, I swear, I was not even on no messy shit when I did this.
That's why it's best to not touch somebody else's stuff. Like, it should have been a conversation, because I don't even understand why you think you can just leave and come back and get the same room. Why not get another available room since somebody already in the room you had? But let's digress. You can get your room back, okay. You decided not to get your room back and use the closet, so why was you touching her stuff and not just wait until she come home and move it? Like, I want to touch her stuff, and now she think you did it on purpose.
It is. So that was funny when I saw the picture. I was like, damn, I really didn't mean to do that. My bad. But anyway, so at this point, I'm like, wait, this bitch trying to argue with me about my room. I asked you to move your stuff already. Ho, it should have been moved. I said, girl, us debating about me moving back into my room is crazy work. When I put it in there, it didn't do that. So it must have happened after I left, and I'll apologize for that. I said, I've actually been trying to move back since before graduation and have had several conversations regarding it. But I guess my dad has been ignoring the conversation with you to be cognizant of your feelings. Coming to my mom's house was not my first choice, but I didn't know y'all didn't have a plan in place. So yes, it was necessary because I gave up on the battle for my room and thought me asking for the closet wouldn't really be an issue. I didn't really care if you had to move it to the movie theater or to the pool table room. I wanted my space, in all caps, at my house, in all caps, because this little closet is not cutting it, and I've been over here with the bare minimum waiting on somebody to make a move, but nobody has. It's not even a matter of me trying to have ill intent or be funny. It's just crazy work to come home and have to work around everyone else. This bitch said, you could come to the house right now so we can discuss this. Mind you, I had been at the house all day. I'm not coming back 20 minutes away to come back and talk to you, bitch. You could call me or you could text me. I'm not coming back over there. And that's when I knew that bitch trying to fight me. You wanted me to come back over here so we could fight. Bitch, I'm not fighting. Strike one with this hoe. I said, I've already been there today and I'm eating dinner and going to bed. So that's all I had to say. She said, I figured. Well, my stuff is moved back in that section until my closet comes. That's the common denominator here. Everybody's bold as fuck. You should have been mature enough to have that conversation with me. You bold any other time. I said, LOL. Because what the fuck are we talking about? What was there to be bold about? Bitch, get the fuck out of my space. Like, there's no need to be bold. Yeah, that's crazy to me. So, I don't get my room back. Really don't even get my closet space back. She ended up leaving her stuff in there. Fast forward to this past year, so 2025, a year later, my mom was moving out of the rental house she was in and coming into a new build, which is where we're at now. But in that interim time, there was nowhere for us to go. So in my previous videos, you heard me say my mom was sleeping on her friend's couch. Me and Maddie had to go back to my dad's house. When we found out that we had X amount of time to get out of the old rental and X amount of time before we'd be into the new place, we had to let my dad know, hey, we coming back. But this time, instead of asking him, hey, can you give me my room back? It was, hey, I need my room back because I didn't have any other choice. I don't have nowhere else to go. I did have the option of going to Ryan's house. The only thing is, at this point, me and Ryan weren't engaged. And also, I didn't want to just be like intruding on his space. Like, he moved down here to be closer to me and to be with me, but it was never like a thing where I just wanted to be coming over there for an extended period of time. Like, it ended up being like 2.5 months. I wasn't trying to do that. He lives in a 1-bedroom apartment. I wasn't about to bring out my stuff and like intrude on his space. It ended up being that was the case. I wasn't intruding. He told me, he was like, I would rather you be here because stuff had gotten so bad with the drama and the antics with my mom and dad that he was like, just come be here, please. But he just literally had to be like, come on, little baby bird. There was no hot water. Couldn't wash my ass. He was locking his door because I had took that watch out his room. So he thought I was on this mission to be a thief or something. So every single time me, Maddie, or TJ had to get into his room to take a shower, we would have to wait on him to be home. He was never home. And then we found out the reason he was never home is because he was with the girlfriends. Strike two. While she was gone when all that closet fiasco happened, she called my mom and was like, Sky moved my stuff and put her hands on all my stuff. First of all, bitch, I don't want none of that. It wasn't to take. I was moving it so I had space. I was gonna have to whoop her ass if she came back over here. You thought you was about to get on the phone with my mom on her phone and tell her that she was gonna whoop my ass? And my mama said, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen because if you do that, then I'm gonna have to whoop your ass. Strike three comes when she tried to fight my mom. When my mom went to the big house one day, and this is shortly after my mama had gotten arrested for putting her hands on that white girl, allegedly. My mom was at the house to drop something off to TJ and Maddie, and she was coming, I didn't know I got sauce all over this. Anyway, she was coming from telling TJ and Maddie bye upstairs and was walking out, and Noodles was standing by the coffee maker making coffee, and she was like, bye. Or maybe she said, hey or bye to her, either way. And my cousin didn't reply. So she put it in reverse and was like, you ain't hear me? I said, hey. And the cousin was like, go ahead, Kelly, go ahead. You ain't got to be fake as feet to me. You ain't got to do that with me. And my mom was like, what do I have to be fake for? I'm speaking because you're right here. Like, I ain't got no beef with you. And she was like, just get on because you ain't even supposed to be here. You don't even need to be here. You don't even need to be here. And my mom was like, girl, this is still my house. She was like, and the only reason you here is because I gave the green light when I was still living here for you to come live here. And she was like, I already know what you be on and I already know what you about. Like, you don't even need to, you need to go. You need to go. And my mom was like, bitch, this is my house and it will be my house until my name is no longer on any paperwork associated with it. And she was like, it might be your house, but I'm in your bed. I'm in your spot in your bed. And I'm sleeping there every night and it's comfortable. And my mama said, oh, you in my bed? Well, how the dick? My daddy got that in the restraining order too. That's so funny though, because thank you for finally asking me everybody been fucking asking. Cause bitch, that's not a brag. So I'm glad my mama put it on the phone. I was like, bitch, how was the dick? That set her off. And she was ready to fight. So she squares up with my mama in the kitchen to try and fight my mama. TJ was there and Lily had to come break him up and be like, nah, we not about to do that. But this bitch is trying to fight. And my mom was like, girl, I'm not about to fight you. What the fuck does she look like? She was like, go ahead back to Philly with all that rah-rah shit. Nobody does that here. Her favorite thing to do is want to some shit don't go right. Like, girl. And I tell y'all, this bitch was walking around that motherfucking house mute when I was there. Mute. I'm talking, I'm going down the stairs, she coming up the stairs, won't say a word. So the last instance comes from the football game when the girlfriend was there, okay? So like I said, the girlfriend walked in with my cousin. So all rip, we like, oh shit, that's crazy. You walking in with the new hoe, like that says a million words without you saying anything, bitch. Like you're a weird ass hoe. So they walk in together. Then I had walked out the game. Remember, I walked back into the game, come back. She's sitting up at the top of the bleachers with my dad. So when I walked up there, she was holding my little cousin. And I was like, can you take her back downstairs? She's like, nah. My daddy had jacked me up, all of that. In the middle of that, me and her had our own mini argument. And in the mini argument, she was like, you just need to go. You embarrassing yourself. Like, you just need to leave, because she was defending her friend too, my dad's girlfriend. I was like, bitch, I don't even know why the fuck you still here. I was like, honestly, like, what's going on? I was like, are you fucking him too? Because you up here trying to argue with me and defend him like you fucking him too. And she was like, that's all y'all got? That's all y'all got? Yeah. Because nobody else is up here standing in front of this man and his new bitch like the motherfucking militia. Like, you weird. She was like, you so bold and you popping in now. We could take this outside. We could take this outside. So that's when Ryan was like, well, bitch, we already outside. What's up? Mind you, we at a football game. Baby, it's not but outside all around us. I leave the game for the last time. And that's when I had told the lady, like, if you see me trying to come back in here, don't let me back in here. I'm walking to the car. She calls my phone. Just the first time we done spoke on the phone since the stuff with the closet. She calls my phone. Where you at? Leaving the game. I'm walking to the car. Well, come back over here because I'm outside now. We can handle this. Come back where? I'm out here. She was like, I'm out here too and I'll see you. I said, bitch, because I'm walking to the car. What the fuck is you on? I said, damn, I thought we got rid of you, because it was a good little streak for like a month that she wasn't at the house. I was like, yes, we're free. Like, this weird monitoring spirit is gone. And then she popped back up at the game with the girlfriend and thinks she made a power move. You just look stupid with that chopped ass wig on. She looked like a... Never mind. I'm sorry. She said, you're running. Come back over here. You want to whoop my ass? What the fuck I look like? Turn around and make a U-turn and come back to the entrance of the football game so we can fight. Bitch, if you want to fight me, come find where the fuck I'm parked at and pull up on my ass. I'm not walking back to fight you. What the fuck going on? Like, these bitches is shot out, y'all. Like, they're shot out. The fact that you came outside to fight over this nigga because I popped it to your cousin and his new bitch, like, I don't know, y'all. But I had to tell that. Oh, the other thing she's weird for, she unfollowed me on Instagram and unfollowed Maddie on Instagram. She didn't unfollow TJ. Question mark. It's because they all trying to keep that affinity because they know he about to make it and think they about to get something out of it, baby. Fuck no. Because you got to go through me and my mama first, and that's just not fucking happening. He will not. I threatened to eat his sister ass and his mama ass and think that shit's about to be sweet. Fuck going on. Still follows TJ and still follow Ryan. How you gonna unfollow me and still follow Ryan? That ain't fighting, baby. That's I'm gonna go get a gun. And the last thing I had to insert about her being a weirdo hoe is on Thanksgiving, she spent it at the new girlfriend's apartment that my dad is paying for with them and posted a picture, and they're calling each other sisters.
Y'all, when I say this story is long, I have to do a whole part 2. And this part 1 was already long enough. So you guys, it's several parts in here. But far as me recording, uploading, doing my reaction, it will be a part 2. So stay tuned. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and join the family. If you are returning, y'all know how I like to do it. If y'all stick through the end on this, baby, imagine what I have coming up next. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.